We were talking earlier. So it is not the religion, it wasn't the politics in 1947, why people killed people, why raped, all those things, terrible things happened. Of course, we were not there to get into their mind why a Muslim person kills another Hindu, takes his property, and at the same time another Muslim person saves the another Hindu person. And the vice versa. Hindus also did the same thing. So if it's not the religion, if it's not the politics, let's just imagine, what do you think happened that time?
The same thing that's happening today. I mean, you go to India or Pakistan, I'm pretty sure in India there's people, Hindus killing Hindus, and in Pakistan same thing, Muslims definitely killing Muslims. So it's certain people, I don't know, I mean, I don't want to say they're just bad, but you know, under the circumstances and what they've been brainwashed, and again, talking about back in that day, revenge, right? You were told that, hey, the Hindus killed your family, they killed your father, you need to join us. And that same thing's happening today. So I don't think it has anything to do with religion, just certain people feed different, you know, feed other people different things, and that's what's going on, and that's what happened that day.
I think it's a big combination of the factors. I mean, I agree in the sense that like there are certain individuals who break the, you know, the generalities, but like sometimes the religious communities and the political communities that people are a part of are the ones sort of fostering this attitude of, you know, the Muslims are, you know, this whole category of people and they're all bad and they all killed your family, where really it was just, you know, an individual or a few individuals did something harmful. And oftentimes, you know, it could be for self-interest, it could be, you know, someone wants property and they see this as an opportunity to get something. Or it could be something, you know, emotional where it's like they want revenge for something. And then oftentimes it could be someone genuinely believing, as we see in the modern world sometimes, that their God does want them to do something that, you know, really breaks our scheme of morality, but to them it makes a lot of sense. And it doesn't just happen in like countries like India and Pakistan. I mean, you see it all over the world, like, you know, Israel and Palestine are two regions that are currently in a lot of conflict, and just around the world there's a lot of, you know, religiously motivated, but not so much like in the text of the religion, but just the community itself has become, you know, unwilling to compromise or unwilling to listen to the other side.
How religious are you guys? How religious are you?
Very, very religious. Like, I pray all the time, I believe in God and everything. But for me, like, they were talking why Pakistan and India, why they don't have good relations. I don't think this is the Hindu or Muslim, this is not religious anything. I think there's like a natural hateness between Pakistan and India. I don't know why, who created that, how did I create? Like, this is not Hindu and Muslim, this is just Pakistan and India. Like, whatever, when it comes to Pakistan and India, there could be some kind of natural hateness from Pakistan and from India. Like during a cricket match, like if there is a Muslim player in the India team, we will not cheer for him. Why? Because in Indian, we don't think of as a Muslim. And how did this create? How did this happen? We never know. So this is definitely not religion. It's like something between the name of Pakistan and the name of India. Like whatever these two names come together, there's going to be some sort of hateness.
What do you think?
No, I definitely agree, but you know what? I think the older generations feel like that. On the show last week, those people witnessed it. They heard, you know, they were there. And you know what? I think they told their kids this is what happened. So, but the new generation now, we could care less about that stuff. We just want to move forward.
Of course.
I mean, you know, come on. How long are we going to fight for? Let's play cricket and let's have fun. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot easier to say when it's not our relatives. It's like, you know, 4 generations or 3 generations back, where, you know.
Yeah. So we should think about the future. Past is in the past.
Yeah.
No more.
Let's play cricket, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe soccer. I prefer soccer.
So you think we should move far away from what happened in 1947?
So just forget it.
It's important to, you know, remember it and try to make sure that something similar doesn't happen in the future. But in terms of harboring, like, you know, the resentment and the feelings of, you know, enemy, like, you know, Hindus versus Muslims, there's no need for that anymore.
How about a lot of people don't even know what happened in 1947? See, you 3 happen to know about it because you are a history, your grandfather, and you were raised in Pakistan. A lot of people don't even know about this. Do you think they should know, or they should not be bothered by it what happened?
I think they should know, because I mean, they should be informed about what happened. You should know what happened, how you came here, like what your grandfathers, your grandparents did for you. That's why you're sitting at. So I think it would be really helpful for them to know.
And yeah, in addition to that, I don't even think it's an issue that should be, limited to, Indians or Pakistanis. I think history in general has so many lessons to it, right? Like every student in America in high school learns about American history, right? Like American independence from the British, because there's a lot of, culture, a lot of history, a lot of lessons that apply to modern times that they can get from that. And it's the same thing with Indian independence and with Pakistani independence. And this is a big partition, is a big case study that has a lot to do with human psychology, how people react to crisis, how political leaders can be more transparent or more organized, as you were saying before, to plan out and not just spring things on people, because then there's a lot more chaos and a lot more uncertainty that can happen.
So you say it's a human psychology, how our brain is fed with the information.
Yeah, and a lot
especially
of
by
other
the
things
media.
as well.
The media.
The media.
You think media is to
Yeah,
be blamed?
every 14 August I see in the news channels, they have like some anchors from India, some from Pakistan. They always argue, they're fighting, like they're shouting. Some of them are swearing at each other. Why? And why do you have to argue about something that has already happened? So what they should instead they should do, like they should just forget it, talk nice things, and then just forget and move forward. But no, they're still arguing about what happened. No, you were wrong. No, they say you were wrong. So what this shouldn't happen. And this is only done by the media. And when Pakistanis see that, they get angry, like yes, they're wrong. And when Indians see that, so the hatred is going. We should try to just decrease it, but
and
no.
Yeah, that's a problem that kind of occurs with media in general, in terms of, if they chose to just get, people who can get along and talk nice and compromise and like everything's great, that's not as sensational. That's not as appealing. People, are attracted to these like big, extreme argument type of situations. And so we really need to somehow find a way to shift away from that, while also, having people be interested in the news that's going on.
I'm very happy to know that the young generation thinks that way. I also think that way too. Like earlier we were talking, I don't have a religion, okay? My religion is humanity. If you are a good person, you are a good person. It doesn't matter you are a Hindu or Muslim. If you're bad, you're bad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, this is how I feel. And I'm glad that you are feeling that way. But on the other hand, a lot of the young people today, even living in America, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How they getting so brainwashed and going the wrong path?
I think it starts from the house. I think a lot of the parents, because in the beginning they have a lot of control. It's going back to what I said earlier. I think we're the third generation now. Our grandparents witnessed everything that happened. They told our parents, "Hey, look, this is what the Hindus did, or this is what the Muslims did. They killed us, and they did that," and our parents, some parents took that very seriously, and they told some kids that. Whereas other parents, I think the majority of parents, I think over time they've come to realize, what, both sides committed mistakes, and there's no reason to tell our kids, because hey, look, you're here, now you're technically Americans. Who's gonna go back and live over there? You're gonna die here. That's it. No need to build that house in Karachi or Delhi or whatever. Build a house here.
Yeah, to expand on that idea, I think in the past, it was very, sort of the stories you heard from your family and from older generations was really the only way of getting informed. Whereas nowadays, and I think this is perhaps the greatest tool that the younger generation will be able to use in order to maybe, not fall into the same traps that previous generations did, education, right?
Yeah.
Learning about history in school, but also having the internet as this like massive free database that, if someone's curious or someone's interested in how the partition of India went, they can Google it, they can look at the Wikipedia page, they could look at, more in-depth sources, and they can really find, like you did, a lot of historical records where they can realize like, oh wow, my family said that the Pakistanis just killed the Hindus, but actually I read here that it happens so much on both sides, and by getting by getting more informed, people will really be able to form more sophisticated and more accurate conclusions.